Then did a quick format and used a better program on it. This program recovered far more pictures, but when I click on them to open, they are either unable to be opened or mostly corrupted. This happens in every program I try to open them in, including Paint Shop Pro version 7, Picasa, Paint, and Windows Photo Viewer. This wouldn't surprise me, except that if you look at the thumbnail images in Windows Explorer, the pictures look pristine and complete. Clearly, the data for the correct image is there for the thumbnail. How can I recover it in larger form? Well, I responded telling this student that digital cameras are a little bit out of my expertise. However, the problem that you're having is a common one, and you can find it even on hard drives. Indeed, the images are corrupted. Something happened. For those of you who don't know, I have an SD card right here. So these are the kinds of cards that he's talking about, and they come in different sizes depending on the manufacturer of the card. So I'll pop that back in. Now, these cards are not invulnerable. They are sensitive to magnetic fields. You never know when something will happen. The Earth has quite a few natural and man-made magnetic fields. Sometimes the materials that are used start to break down. Sometimes something's wrong with the software or the hardware, the camera, that kind of thing. So you'll never really know. Sometimes if you do a search on the internet trying to find reviews of specific manufacturers of these cards, maybe you can find a reliable brand that way. The important thing is backup all the time. If you have a laptop, you know, a lot of the laptops that are newer as of the production of this show today have a little slot for your card, and you can put your card, pop it out of the camera, stick it in the laptop, and back it up, stick the card back in. You know, you could import the images. There's no need for you to have to delete them from the card necessarily. Just make another copy of your images, and then, you know, carry on with what you're doing. With the digital world, you got to make backups, and you have to have backups for the backups. And then, doesn't end there. You need the archives. And the archive is a permanent storage. Okay, so that means a backup is daily use. Whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm creating, deleting, moving around, it's all done real time, at least on a daily basis. An archive is permanent. So an archive means you're taking what's on the computer, whatever data it is, and you are permanently storing it on things such as we have all kinds of optical media that I recommend. You know, we have regular, you know, DVD discs. We have CD discs. Of course, DVDs are preferable if you have a DVD burner and the necessary software. And most computers nowadays have all that, you know, built in. And I also recommend, if you know, it's not easy to tell in the video, but there's something called archival gold, and these are CDs and DVDs. I'm dropping things all over the place. Oh, luckily this was the mystery disc, the nice little plastic holder they put in there. I don't know why I keep these things, but they are kind of neat. So the archival gold is a much stabler, much more stable surface. Now, and so what that means is the data that you write to it generally should be safer than a standard DVD or CD. The main part when you're doing the archives, the main thing to remember on these CDs is they are these optical media. They're very sensitive to sunlight. Magnetic forces, no, but sunlight, scratches, these kinds of things. So on top of doing the archives on the discs, you should do a redundant archive. So you should have a backup. You should have a backup for your backup, and that could be on another separate hard drive. You could take that out and put that under your mattress when you go to bed, or that kind of thing. And then with your with your CDs, with your optical archives, optical media archives, you can take one copy, keep it at your house, and the other copy can be stored at someone else's house, mail it to a relative. I've sent some discs, especially of family photos, to my sister, who's in a state far away. I'm in Illinois, in the United States. She's in North Carolina. So if there's some catastrophe here, we're hoping that at least the family photos will be safe over there, and vice versa. So redundancy is important. So when you're backing up, now what to do? Thumbnails. The thumbnails are. I'll give you an example on screen here. And if we take, let's say, looking on screen right now, this is a thumbnail, or what you would call a sketch or a preview of the file. Okay, this is actually not necessarily the file itself. So just because you have a thumbnail doesn't